Coming up, Alaya and Sema explore the new Brother Rice Engineering Lab.
Kado investigates the man behind the mic of the Mentor Group fight song.
Spring is just around the corner, and so is baseball season. Chimeki looks to see what it's going to take for the baseball team to break through and win that state crown this year. And finally, I'll have a look into the rabbit hole that has consumed the lives of teens all around the world: gambling. All of this and more in a new episode of the Chieftain Live. This door is unlocked just about every few weeks. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of fun, a dimension of information, a dimension of content. You're looking onto a screen of both quality and quantity, of stories and developments. You're watching The Chieftain Live. Good afternoon, Brother Rice. My name is Brayden Willis.
And I'm Luke Nelson.
And welcome back to another episode of the Chieftain Live. With spring break on the horizon, many Brother Rice students are chomping at the bit to get on a plane and have a great time during spring break, while also being sure to give their favorite teachers several live updates about their experiences via email. Simon Attisha is here to build up more hype for spring break with his spring break trailer.
Spring break is one of the most busy vacation times during the year. Students in all grades around the world are looking forward to it, especially high school seniors. Vacation spots vary for many students. You may be stuck on where you want to be for spring break. No worries. Your classmates and even Mr. Cassidy will tell us where it's poppin'.
Definitely Hawaii, a beautiful place.
Miami for sure.
The perfect place to be at is Shelby Township.
South Africa.
Both Florida.
These locations definitely spread around the world. If you still can't make your mind up, these students will tell us about the fun activities you can explore in these areas.
That's a lot of really good scenery. There's a bunch of beautiful trees, fruits, and the food's always great there.
Great food. You got jet skis out there.
You can see lots of Chargers and Challengers just hitting it off the dig, 40 rolls, everything. It's a perfect place for spring break.
It's a beautiful place to go visit.
These are definitely a lot of things to do in these places. The most important thing to keep in mind is your safety. Let's get some tips from classmates that have experienced these areas.
Carry a second wallet just in case you get mugged. You give them your second wallet.
Maybe be safe, stay in the east side of town.
Make sure to keep all of those tips in mind. Spring break is a place to make memories with your family and friends, so enjoy it and make sure you keep your safety a priority.
On our very first day as students at Brother Rice, we learned the fight song. This year, a certain student has put a twist on his rendition of the Brother Rice fight song. Kado was sent in to investigate the fight song and the mystery singer.
Our warriors pass on to thee, to our colors true we will ever be. Orange and black united we stand, working ever, failing ever, coming fighting together, warriors who think you're good.
Every day at the start of Mentor Group, the student body is welcomed by a very distinct performance. Freshman Noah Zier is the young man committed to singing our school fight song on a daily basis.
I choose to sing it because no one else really wants to sing it, so I just got volunteered from one of my students to sing it, so I do.
The school fight song is an important part at Brother Rice every day.
Well, hopefully it gets kids fired up before Mentor Group, but again, we just want to be proud of our school, and hopefully the fight song helps bring that out of us.
I think it really opens up my mind and our students' mind, and it gets us ready for the day after our sixth period.
The school is thankful for Noah's commitment regardless of how he performs on the intercom.
G-R-A-N-D, grand.
It's that time of the year again, folks. Baseball season. The baseball team has come close to earning a state crown the last few years. But what's it going to take to get over the hump this year? Chimeki is here to give an exclusive peek into the minds of baseball players and coaches as they gear up for the new season.
With baseball season being right around the corner, I got the chance to interview 3 players and ask them about this coming season.
We're looking pretty good. We had a lot of young players last year, so hopefully we can step it up this year and win a lot of games.
Who was your biggest competition this year and why?
St. Mary's is always a tough team. They got a lot of talent, and being in the Catholic League, pretty much every team we play is going to be a tough team and a challenge to beat.
Probably St. Mary's. They're pretty good, but we're better.
Who were some key players that you guys lost from your team last year?
Yeah, so we had our starting catcher, Will Shannon. He's at Hillsdale this year, and he's a really big part of what we had last year. And John Locker as well. He's at Michigan State, and he was one of our better pitchers, as well as Blaze. And he's down in Texas playing in JUCO, and he was also a really big part of our pitching rotation last year. So,
since you're one of the only seniors on your team, what is your main goal for this last high school season?
Definitely main goal is to win a ring, for sure.
With the season coming quick, Brother Rice will hold Ann Arbor Pioneer at home on March 24th at 4:30. Make sure to be there.
Another extension to the Brother Rice elective feature has led us to the engineering department, who have received all kinds of new engineering gadgets and facilities to play with. Aliyah and Sema are here to give you a tour of one of Rice's newest renovated spaces this school year.
Along with all of the new classes and groups forming in the halls of Brother Rice, one you should look into is the Design and Engineering Lab. Led by Mr. Higdon, the lab offers 2 classes and is open to anyone interested in learning more about the subject in the lab of engineering and field.
I recommend this class for anybody who's interested in taking engineering, who's ever thought about or been told that they should pursue engineering. It's a great way to see if you like the subject matter or not before you get to college. So you spend most of the time doing 3D modeling. It's called CAD. So you're taking like an object that it give you and you have to make it on a computer and see if you can 3D print it or make a drawing of it.
Worrying about the class workload should not be a problem. The lab offers a smooth, fun, and creative environment to work in.
I ask is that you give me 45 minutes of engineering a day. There's not a lot of homework because it's all on my computers. It's pretty open-ended in terms of workload, in terms of kind of deciding what assignments you want to do on a given day. So it's pretty open-ended. As long as you're working hard in class every single day, you're going to do well.
Students also seem to be pleased with the classroom curriculum and the style of how the class works.
I would recommend this class to anyone who likes a lot of hands-on learning or a lot of active learning. Also, if you enjoy being self-paced, so kind of working at your own pace, it's also a very good fit for you. With intro, like a weekend intro will look like on a Monday, you'll get like 2 to 3 CAD parts, and they'll all be due on Friday. So you can see where the self-pace kind of comes in that. You can do what you want during the week. And then advanced is more of just a year-long project. So you'll pick a problem that you want to fix, and you'll work year-long to fix that problem.
The classes offered within the lab are open to everyone who is interested. They require no experience and are fun to work in. If you have any further questions, feel free to contact Mr. Higdon.
Ever since the legalization of online gambling platforms in Michigan early last year, it's been easier than ever for all people, even teenagers, to get hooked on one of the most dangerous habits out there, gambling. For one of the first times in Chieftain Live history, I'll consult people outside of Brother Rice and get an outside look into the minds of everyday teens that have been plagued by gambling addiction. If you're friends with any teenagers this day and age, then there's a good chance that you've caught wind of the sports betting problem that has ravaged our generation.
Too much money on this game.
With the entire world pretty much at our fingertips, levels of patience in teens has plummeted as dependence on instant gratification with social media use has skyrocketed. And to add more fuel to the fire, Michigan has legalized online gambling in January of 2021.
Yeah, I have my friend that I met in my middle school. He's pretty addicted.
Well, they're just using their parents' money. I mean, they give him like $1,000.
He's just like a fiend for gambling. He just drops like a crazy amount of money on like online sports betting for like games he doesn't even watch. Can ruin your life if it gets bad enough.
That's right. Teens from around the state have gotten their hands on gambling apps to try and hit it big in the sports betting world. While they think they're dropping thousands of dollars for something that is actually profitable, in reality they're just donating money to this guy, who became a bona fide millionaire just 2 months after online betting was legalized in Michigan. To get to the bottom of what has today's teens hooked, I set up interviews with anonymous teenagers from across the state to get their inputs on the situation. There are a few specific questions that I want to get to the bottom of. Why have teenagers picked up gambling? What do they think of the idea long term? And finally, to get some perspective, how much money have they really lost? For their own protection, I'll name these teens Harold, Ernie, Lewis, and Pedro. First off, I wanted to hear why these teenagers began gambling in the first place.
I've seen a lot of friends getting into it and wanted to give it a shot. It's very addicting and it's the best feeling in the world to win. Well, I really did get to make some money and I saw a bunch of my friends doing it, so I realized, let me just give it a shot. I think when I was younger, I just saw the opportunity and knew I could win. I think I gamble because I like the rush of it and I like winning. Mostly my friends. My friends started doing it, so I got into it.
While Pedro sees gambling as potentially profitable if you do it smart, Ernie believes that it is absolutely profitable no matter what.
I think if you do it smart and you do it with a limit, I think you could be profitable, but also it's very dangerous to get into.
For some perspective, here's each of the teens' profit and loss ratios. Mostly losses.
Probably around down 20,000. Probably up like around 10,000. Probably lost around 5,000, but it's not a good one. Lost around, say about $2,000. I think I put in close to 600, and I lost probably about 450 of that.
Well, that's all I got in a quick study of teen gambling habits in Michigan. Studies show that 1 in 25 teens have a gambling problem. The question is, are you sitting next to a degenerate gambler right now? Well, that's all we have for you today, Brother Rice. Be sure to tune in next week for more entertaining content just like this in the near future.
Don't forget to follow us on Twitter @ChieftainLive for more never-before-seen exclusive Chieftain Live content.
My name is Brayden Willis.
And I'm Luke Nelson. We'll see you next time.